Yes, sir, baby. On the Radar Radio. Yo, two special guests in the building. Pro Era in the building. I'm so excited today. Aaron Rose, Dessy Hinds in the building,
Peace.
right?
What's going on?
Man, I'm so excited to have y'all here.
So excited
Definitely,
to
man.
be here,
We happy
man.
to be here for sure.
Absolutely.
I've been like a fan of Pro Era for so long. So, and I've had Nick Caution on the show.
Yeah.
You know, I've spoken to, Kirk and I. We supposed to do something. When I got your DM, and you were like, yo, we need some Pro Era representation on the show. I was like, I think we do. And then
Yeah,
when you hit me the other day, you're like, yo, I want to bring Dessy. I'm like, fuck it, let's do it. Like, come on, let's make it happen. And then I think it's perfect because bringing you two here, I haven't really seen a lot of interviews from either of y'all when I was like scouring YouTube.
Yeah.
So I feel like this is a great place for people who, when they look y'all up, like just, let me see what they up to. Like they'll see this. And then on top of that, it's a good catch up to see what y'all been doing and where y'all been at and what's been going on and shit.
Oh yeah, definitely,
Thanks,
man.
yeah.
Shit, like super ill to be on this platform just to see how quickly it's grown in such a like short span. I think it's beautiful. It's dope what you're doing for the city.
Right.
You feel me? So it's like it's only right to just like come through, blessed with the presence, show them like you've been at this for a long time, and we appreciate places like this. So we got to come out and show out. You feel me?
Absolutely.
Man, I appreciate that. So I guess like the first question is like, where y'all been at? What's been going on?
Shit, man, I've been under the rock, man. I mean, just what COVID, like, it's crazy. I dropped the album 2019.
Right. That was like the last project you put out. No,
Shit.
2019.
It was 2020.
No, 2019, I
It was
believe.
2019?
Yeah,
Yo,
I think
COVID
so.
fucked me up. My fucking timestamp is all off.
I
but-
wrote it down. Rosar came out in 2019.
Yeah, so like
Yeah.
during like 2020, like promo runs, doing shows, like when I was supposed to be doing shows, like fucking COVID slapped the shit out of us. And,
Right.
like, everything just went under. So like, I mean, new vibes. We back out doing ill shit. My nigga Dessy got a lot of shit coming. I'm personally like finna just drop everything that I got right now, everything that I'm recording, videos. Y'all about to just see a whole bunch of Aaron Rose for the whole 2022, 2023, all that.
100%.
Word. You went to school.
Yeah. I went to,
You went to school.
Yeah, I went to Mega actually. I went to Mega Everson, Crown Heights. I kind
Nice.
of always been in the Crown Heights area.
Okay.
But I grew up in Brooklyn, Flatbush, East New York. But always in the studio with me. So always in the studio, either at the crib or in the studio. So just been running it up with the music and ready to put that out.
How is it for you to go from in-person classes? Because I know you mentioned it in the
Oh,
post
yeah.
that I saw.
Man.
How is it for you to go from like in-person classes at school to then like, having to do the digital shit during the COVID times?
It's crazy because I used to do both. I was at one point doing college and touring at the same time, actually.
Really? Okay.
Crazy shit I've ever
Trying to
seen.
graduate, I was in the green room, just trying to just do classes and.
When was that?
stuff.
Was that like during like when all the Beast Coast stuff was going on? Because I feel like
about the same time?
because I think I saw a post from where I went deep on y'all Instagrams. I saw a post where you were like, I think you might have spoken about it. I'm not sure.
Okay, yeah,
But
yeah.
I saw the
definitely
Beast Coast
mentioned it a
stuff,
few
for sure.
times,
Yeah.
But so I was definitely, having to go to professors like, yo, I gotta, miss class for like a couple, about a month, and do a tour, do a couple shows. But it's always been a balance for me. But with the gang, it was always like a support system,
Right.
1000%.
Right. Did you at least get to walk across the stage?
Oh yeah, 100%.
It wasn't
yeah.
a digital graduation.
You know what? No, actually, it was. It was virtual.
Oh,
yeah.
damn.
As a matter of fact, it's crazy because I might have joined it like once or two. Like I might have like peeped in, but I didn't even like, stay for the whole ceremony. I just
Right.
got my degree and that was my day. I was just chilling.
What did you master in?
Mass communications.
Okay, cool. Another mass comm major.
Yeah. I feel like that's the major that everybody chooses when they're kind of in
Yeah.
the digital, like
Entertainment
media
industry
field,
too,
entertainment
yeah.
industry. But I learned a lot though.
What was the decision for you to go back to school?
Honestly, I started it when, everything with Pro Era was continuously on the
Right.
first rise. It was like I was already doing it, So I kind of like stuck with it because I don't know, for some reason it kind of made me like ambidextrous. I was able to do that and, it kind of felt like a great balance, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Something about it, it was just a great balance, because I've always been a student, I feel like no matter what you do, you should be a student of life, period. I think that's something that you know, whether you're in school or not, you know, I think being a student of life is just a great perspective to have, you know.
Word. Well, congratulations on that.
Thank
you. Know
you.
what I'm saying?
Appreciate that.
But now we focusing back on the music for both of y'all.
100%.
So
yeah.
like, cause I mean, like, you know, like you said, the last project you dropped was 2019, and like when I was looking at like your discographies, like obviously y'all been dropping singles. It's been a little sporadic here and there. So like, do you feel like now? Well, of course, when we're in a point where things are a lot more open, things are a lot better. Do you feel like now? For both, I know you said, but for both of y'all, do y'all feel like now is like the perfect time for y'all to really like flood again?
Now
like
is the perfect time, 100%.
Definitely.
Yeah, you know, I mean, COVID already took its, you know, wave, and I think right now is just, you know, to unlock that vault and to be consistent. You know, I think that's the main focus, you know, and just, you know, just run it up, really.
Yeah, especially with like, you know, everything that's going on in the city with just like the new surge of just rap with like the Bronx and like the Brooklyn drill and just everybody like, you know, pushing forward their creativity. I think it's like, it's only right that we reappear just to balance everything out. You feel me?
Absolutely.
Like it can't have one without the other.
And I love the diversity, man. The diversity in the
Exactly.
city is unbelievably inspiring right now.
That's
you
a
know,
fact.
100%.
Word. Now with the like, do you? Because like I said, like y'all had dropped like sporadically. Was there like a reason? Was there just like y'all wanted to take a break? Because obviously, you know, y'all were going crazy. Like y'all were hella busy, and then obviously, you know, the touring and stuff like that. Did you feel like during that time from maybe around before that to like now, y'all wanted to like simmer down and take a break from, you know, really dropping a lot?
I mean, more so mine was like as soon as like COVID happened, I was like, okay, obviously we can't do anything at all. So I'm gonna take this time to like figure out some new stuff that can help, you know, with everything that I'm doing now. Like, shit, I'm making my own beats now. You feel me? Me and my man Dessy G, we be in there cooking beats up all day type shit. Like, learning how to engineer my own self, graphic design, and anything that I could do to like enhance anything that's going on. I just learned enhance from Hunter x Hunter, but I'm an enhancer, so I'll be trying to do that and just like, you know, turn everything up to the highest capability. So like, now that like, you know, everything calmed down, 2022 now it's time to show off. You feel me?
Right now, it's time to go even crazier.
Exactly. Everything that I was learning and just like building up, now let's show the rest of the world. You know.
To be honest, I like the bag that, you know, COVID kind of, you know, put me in. Speaking for myself, you know, it kind of really showed me how to be, you know, on a virtual wave, because I'll be on TeamViewer with my guy Vlad. He's a producer from Belgium, which we've been doing this before COVID. You know, he would literally engineer me from Belgium. Shout out my boy BMPS. He's a crazy producer.
Sounds like a beast.
He's a beast, man. He's crazy. But I like that, you know, we just tap in from, I'm at the crib and he'll push the button and we'll get songs done right from the crib. You know, I think COVID kind of provided that little balance of just staying in your, you know, in your duffel, you know?
Word. I agree, because like even when like for me during COVID, like I felt like right now my life is very hectic because I'm traveling around the city a lot, but back then it was kind of nice to just be able to like do what I had to do some Zoom interviews and then kick it at the crib and play some video games and not have to worry about it.
Word. I like coming back out though. I'm back outside.
No, don't get me wrong. I like being outside. It's just like the traveling around and working a lot that sometimes I'd be like, all right, I wish some days I'm like, damn, a week of doing what I did during COVID wouldn't be so bad.
Yeah, true. I feel that.
But I feel like now that things are open, like it does make it's like perfect sense and time for y'all to really flood with everything. Because like I had Nick on the show like a year ago, and he had dropped his album during, you know, those COVID times, which wasn't, you know, an easy thing to do with performances and things that the other things that kind of partake in an album rollout. But now it's like y'all have kind of the freedom to do what y'all want again.
Yep.
Right.
So it's a blessing. Shit. We made it through.
I know. So you're really focusing on like just being everywhere, being in people's faces. Like that's your goal right now.
I'm focused on my visibility right now. And just, you know, pushing my face to the forefront, showing people what I can really do. You feel me? Like,
right.
Yeah.
And so you're working on a project. We got an album on the way.
Oh, yeah, that's already finished. Yeah.
I saw you posted about it. You're like, album is on the way.
Yeah, that's master. You know, we just got the masters back about a week or two ago. So right now, you know, we're just going to push that out. And I'm just happy to be in the city, you know. I'm close to the city, you know, like I mentioned to you earlier. But I want to focus on doing a lot of pop-up events where, you know, we just bring the city out.
Right.
A lot of shows, you know. So I'm very focused on doing that.
And I peeped the Loose Ones hit 1 million streams. You posted about that too.
Yeah. Thank you, man.
Congratulations on that. You know what I'm saying?
2019 stamp with Rosart, you know. So I definitely, you know, here's to more millions, you know.
Here's some more millions.
Here's to more millions, yeah.
So as of like, as a like for like people who I guess are wondering about like Pro Era as like a collective, right? Because I'm sure you probably get comments and questions about that. Yeah. Like, what's going on with like all y'all as like a collective? Like, how does that kind of work nowadays? If you don't mind me asking.
I mean, nah, it's just nothing. I mean, we still, because at the end of the day, like, we was a group before, you feel me? Like, the fans. So it was like,
of course,
you still my homies, you still my brothers. So like, at the end of the day, people growing up, people, motherfuckers got kids now. You feel me? Like,
y'all got kids?
I don't personally.
Okay, there you go.
But like, you know, a few of the
I was
homies,
just wondering. I didn't know.
a few of the homies is just like, you know, really fulfilling like that other side of life. Like, you know,
Like,
really
yeah.
just growing as a man. And then sometimes you just gotta understand that if that's your man's, hey, I don't gotta speak to you for 6 months. Do your thing,
right?
Like, I know when we link back up, ain't nothing. I ain't miss a day.
Pick up where we left
Feel
off.
me? Like, exactly.
It's always like that too, you know, with all of us, you know. So, yeah.
I mean, but also, you know, you got Badman like tearing up the fucking movie screen and the TV screens as well. So it's like
Busy schedule. Yeah.
exactly. Everybody just has to get into their own right. Kirk doing this thing, CJ, Nick, Rocka, Dirty. Shout out to all my guys. Everybody,
Shout
you
out,
know,
gang.
solid. We gonna come back for
Facts.
everybody real soon. And shit, it might be here. You never know.
Facts.
Right. You know, hey, look, I'm just gonna, you know, manifest this. This is for every other member of Pro Era, right? I got y'all two right here. Y'all already said okay to this, but this is for everybody else. I'm on your ass. We need a Pro Era cipher. You know what I'm saying? Take this, share this, do whatever you got to do. We got to make it happen. Cause I think that would be legendary for the city.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
definitely.
Have all y'all together in the same room again. Shit, I'll book the whole day. Cam, put it in the calendar, bro. Book that shit for the whole
Cam
day.
like, yeah.
Cam, book that shit. Yeah, he's like, yeah, we doing that shit. But nah, I feel like you know, a lot of people been wanting to see all y'all together. Obviously, you know, like you said, like life happens, things change as you get older. Like even I noticed that with my friends now. Like we may not talk for like 3 or 4 months, but like that's still my family at the end of the day.
Yeah,
so it makes sense. But I'm sure, like, you know, after, you know, the Beast Coast stuff and all that, I'm sure like people have been itching since that was, you know, a couple years ago. People have been itching just to see like y'all all together again doing some shit.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's definitely gonna happen. It just gotta be a little bit more patient with us. Trust me.
Because now everyone is expanded too, you know. So it's more of a thing where, you know, everyone is settled into, you know, their lane and they're trying to make sure that they, you know, like widen it as much as they can.
Of course.
But no matter what, like, you know, A is my twin, so it's like whatever, you know, going on, like I'll know with him, you know. Same way if I'm linking with, you know, the homie Joey or whoever,
Right, yeah.
you know. So it's like, you know, we always pick up where we left off, you
That's a
know.
fact.
Right. Are you wearing a shirt of you?
Oh yeah,
I came
that's
came
me,
ready.
you know. Yeah. Shout out Grace Courts. Yeah, this a Grace Court collab, and they do a lot of great collabs. They did one with I think it was the Locks when they did their verses. They just put out a Mobb Deep one.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
they're great quality. If you
What's the
ever
name of
want-
the brand?
Grace Courts.
Grace Courts.
Grace Courts. Yeah.
Shout
The
out
homie-
Grace Courts.
Yeah, shout out homie. Yeah, he's a good dude.
I might have to. You said they have something for Mobb Deep right now?
Yeah, just came out. Matter of fact, about a day ago. I think they got
I
a
might have to
Mobb
cop
Deep
that.
one
That
and
shit
I think a
hard.
Halle Berry one. I think.
Ooh.
Yeah, the Halle Berry one.
The Halle
look
Berry
nice.
one kind of tough for the
Yeah,
summertime.
that
I ain't
look
gonna lie. My bad. I got completely off topic, but because I was just like, I'm like, is this man wearing his face on a shirt? Like, on
You know,
himself?
shout out to you for showing me out.
I ain't mad at you, bro. I'm a Leo, so I'm big on that on the heavy main character energy. But yeah, so we're gonna eventually have the Pro Era team. We're gonna have everybody back together. You know what I'm saying? Very excited. Have y'all worked on any music together like recently at all? Like, do y'all ever see each other like in that sense? I guess.
Oh, me and Dessy always
What?
making
Yeah,
records
yeah,
out
yeah.
randomly.
Yeah,
Like
always. I got Nick on my project too. I got a
Right.
know feature from Nick, so you know, shout out Nick. But most of the times we have, you know, records just sitting in the vault, like with each other. You know, there's always a record that I've done with Joey or I've done with Aaron or, you know, Nick, CJ, Rocka. You know, we literally, it's nothing for us to get back in the studio. That's you know.
That's a fact. I mean, between me and him, we probably got a little mixtape or two just in the vault for just unreleased shit.
Hey, I like that.
Little song.
I like that. And from, you know, it's cool because having y'all here, like y'all bring an interesting perspective on being part of like that era in the 2010s of music here in New York. And then now we're in a completely different era, right? So I'm like very interested on like your perspective on how things change because, you know, I feel like, you know, early 2010s, there was like a lot of stuff going on. Then as like the late 2010s started to come around, like just New York as a whole, like not like a fizzle, but like, you know, got a little quiet for like a second. Then boom, out of nowhere, the drill stuff comes around. You know what I'm saying? So what has been like y'all's perspective of like watching all this change happen like over these years?
It's beautiful, 100%, an amazing thing to see. I really, am heavy on the drill. Seriously, it's like a thing that some people won't expect you to play, and then when they come in the whip and they hear you bumping it, it's like, yeah, this is hard. A lot of great cats out in the city right now.
Right.
So I mean, I know Aaron. He,
I mean, like,
I learned from him. He learned from me.
so
some new stuff. So
I mean, but like since like we started in like 2012, 2011, like I mean, yeah, that we was a part of like a crazy era, and then like to see it, die down a little bit, but like the resurgence of cats like Young and May, Dave East, A Boogie, I feel like they were like the beginning of like the resurgence in New York, and then that led into like the Pops, the Tutus, and like everybody started like Bobby, Rowdy, everybody started blowing up, and I'm a fan of music, so I think it's all beautiful. You feel me? I like the good, I like the bad, I like everything. At the end of the day, it's all creative expression. These is how these young cats are feeling, and they're bringing me into their world, into their story. You feel me? I get a little glimpse of it. So, and I feel like being a New York rapper, our story is always a little bit different. It's always told with a little bit
more swag.
You feel me? So it's like getting to hear it from their perspective. Like, I'm from Brooklyn. I'm 27. You feel me? Right now I get to listen to how it is for a 20-year-old in the Bronx. You feel me? Growing up in this era.
That's an amazing thing.
It's like it's a crazy perspective. You feel me? Like, because we was once them. You feel me? We was once full of that same energy. You feel me? Like, they may have gone about it a different way than we did, but it's still the same
music,
creative
still
spark.
art.
You feel me? That spark type shit. Like, so I love all that shit.
Yeah, it's interesting. And then like now you kind of have like that rise of like what the Griselda guys kind of started too, in Buffalo, where you have like that rise of like a lot of, older rappers kind of being not later in their career, because like obviously there have been plenty of instances in history where a rapper in like their mid-30s just blew up in their mid-30s, but like now like they're opening up these lanes for like this underground scene of like rappers who may be older, who may not be part of like that drill sound or even like that sound that like A Boogie and them have, and like that's like its own kind of thing now in New York too, New York State as a whole. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's fire as hell. I mean, like, yeah, shout out to like Griselda, like Rome Streets, like all those guys.
Shout out
like,
Rome Streets, man.
All those dudes are beyond nice. Like, what's the other cat? You got Benny, Conway,
West Side.
But there's the other one that be having on the features.
Oh, Stove God?
Not Stove God.
Spesh?
38 Spesh.
Yeah,
He's one of my favorite. That boy is a problem.
Nice.
Problem.
There's a lot, but like, see how we're just we're naming all these people, you know what I'm saying? And then even like the people who are underneath them, who are like their signees and their artists and stuff like that, who I'm starting to get a few of them up here too. Like, that's kind of cool to see, because like, it's like, you look at like the drill stuff, right? Or you look at like the A Boogie, and you see like, okay, there's A Boogie, and then under A Boogie, like you see like the artists under there and like the inspiration for that, and then now you see them and and like the artists underneath them, and then artists who are inspired by them, and like and it's growth. And even with you guys, when you guys came out, obviously there was you guys, and then the artists who were inspired by you, and also all were in like that kind of bubble of music during that time, which I think is incredible to see right now. And now that there's mad different bubbles too.
No, and I think that's the beauty of it. It's like languages, you feel me? Like, if you tapped into a certain type of frequency, that shit is out there for you to listen to. You feel me? If you like soul samples, you're gonna have people talking their shit over that. Yeah. If you like dancing, you like getting crazy, you feel me? You on the tough side of life, fuck with the drill shit. Right. You feel me? Like, it's something for everybody. Melodic for the ladies. I think New York is such a beautiful place right now.
Beautiful
like
place.
For real, like as a whole.
Word. Before, I also forgot, you're in a movie.
Oh yeah, me and CJ Fly, yeah.
Crazy.
Many Saints in Newark. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Because we were talking, when one of y'all brought up the movies before, I was like, wait a second. I'm like, I forgot to mention that. But yeah. How did that end up happening for you?
Shout out Powers Pleasant, man. My guy Powers. He literally it was like movies, and sometimes I guess films, whatever, they do things quickly. So Powers, I got an email from the music department for some roles, for some spoken word musicians, because that's what the character that I was on playing, based on real spoken word musicians from the 1960s, because the movie takes place in the 1960s. And I think like they just needed they wanted vision wise someone that didn't have dreads or something. You know? Because it would have been hard to do with the afro and with the makeup. So literally I had to I got that email from Powers and CJ, he got the cornrows, always had the afro. So and they wanted real musicians. I met David Chase, we rehearsed and it was like a day before shooting and we shot it and that was it. And Sopranos always been my favorite show, so getting a chance to do that with HBO, that was cool. That was a cool experience.
So this is also kind of like part of your evolution of like trying other things, trying new things, getting into new lanes and shit like that too.
I mean, I always liked voice acting. Acting was never my bag. I know some of the homies in Pro Era, they went to school. They went to Morrow for acting. I went to Erasmus in Flatbush. It was not for acting, but I've always, from Nick has always suggested to me that I go into acting just because of the personality, the charisma that they would see off the camera.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, they would see. I done some wild things. So they suggested it to me. But Nick and Joey, they have they're the actors.
Yeah,
they're the
but you was in the many states in Newark. Hold on, bro.
Can't forget Big Homie Quan
and Big Homie Quan. And Big Homie Quan. Yeah, the Homie Quan. So
Law and Order.
I hate to make it seem like this is my bag, the acting thing, but it's just something that I'm gonna explore, and see how that goes, because I like the world. It's great. I see Freddie Gibbs on screen.
Yeah.
So many people you wouldn't expect, from rap to screen. So it's a nice.
Yeah,
place
you look at like Mary and like Method Man, and you're like, who
killing
it.
I think he just got nominated for NAACP award,
something like that. But you look at stuff like that, and
Power.
you're like, never would have thought that this would have been a thing. You know what I'm saying? Like if you asked me in the early 2000s, and you told me this was gonna happen, I would be like,
I wouldn't.
Well, I was a kid, but like also I'd still probably be like, no, I would never see that. So music wise, all right. So project on the way. You just mad singles.
Listen, man, I might drop some after this interview airs. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm on timing.
Read my mind.
I'm wild.
That's my twin. You read my mind.
So singles project.
Yeah.
When can we expect your project?
I want to say it could drop this month, or closer to beginning of April. You know? So
y'all might be seeing this closer to the end of March. So it might be out. You never know.
Say that. Yeah. Well, make sure it's out. Yeah.
And they just got to go on your YouTube page to see all the freestyles that you're dropping.
My Instagram, YouTube, we out here, bro. I'm gonna make sure, like 1000%.
Dope. Well, look, I'm excited to have y'all do these freestyles. We didn't record them yet. They might be out by the time y'all watching this. But y'all better hop on a drill beat, a drill type beat. I wouldn't say it's completely a drill beat, but it was made by you.
Oh yeah, me and the homie Vlad, man, BMPS. Shout out the homie. We
so I gotta put your producer tag on your freestyle. That's crazy.
Literally, yeah,
it's sick though.
Literally,
it's kind of hard. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, like that's gangster.
Yo,
bro.
it's. I'm no producer, but like I said, every now and again I might hop in a certain bag.
Word.
Yeah.
Word. All right. Well, before we get to do that, let the people know where they can follow you. Anything else you want to let them know? Your camera is that one right there, and then your camera is that one right there.
I already know.
Hey man, you can follow me at the Aaron Rose, TheAARON ROSE. Same thing on Twitter. Same thing on YouTube. Hit me up, man. We gonna get crazy. See what's going on this year. We going up viral.
Follow me, Dessy Hinds, IG at DESSYHINDS. Dessy Hinds on Twitter. Dessy Hinds everywhere, man.
There you go. Dessy Hinds, Aaron Rose on the radar. Pro Era in the building. Go check out those freestyles. Boom.